Welcome to this session on important definitions in Income Tax Act 1961. So, to start with, the first term is person. The term person includes an individual, which refers to a natural human being, whether a male or a female, or a minor or a major. So, an example is Prime Minister of India is an individual. You and me are individuals. Second one is an Hindu undivided family, a joint family in India in which the head of the family is the manager of that particular business and he is called as Karta. Third is a company, an artificial person which is registered under Companies Act 1956. An example is Reliance Industry Limited, Indian Bank, Sun Networks, etc. Fourth is a firm. If a two or more persons join together to do a business and share profit and loss account on the basis of an agreement, then we used to call it as a partnership firm. Fifth one is an association of person or bodies of individual. So an association of person is nothing but including all those persons which we have seen so far. So an individual, Hindu undivided family, a company, a firm, a local authority, artificial judicial persons, when all of them join together and do business, we used to call them as association of person. If only individuals join together and do a business, then we used to call them as body of individuals. Sixth one is a local authority. So it is nothing but the municipality, panchayat, cantonment board, port trust, etc. And example is Coimbatore Municipal Corporation, village panchayat. And seventh one is an artificial judicial person. So it is formed with a separate act. An example is Bharatiyar University, Reserve Bank of India. So the term persons, wherever it is given there in Income Tax Act, includes all these seven. Next is the term assessee, those who are responsible to pay tax as per Income Tax Act 1961. Then we used to call them as assessee. The person who is being assessed to tax as per the act, then we used to call him as assessee. So assessee, we have deemed assessee the person who is acting for someone else, then we used to call him as deemed assessee. Assessee in default, the person who is responsible to pay tax as per the Income Tax Act but is failing to do so, we used to call him as assessee in default. So next one is the term assessment, which is given under subsection 8. It's a procedure to calculate the income tax liability and it is determined by the assessing officer. So in income tax, we have two types of year. One is called as assessment year, and another one is called as previous year. So assessment year starts from April 1 and it ends on March 31st. So the assessment year is the year in which you assess the tax of an preceding year or previous year. So our current year is 2020-2021. So assessment year starts on April 2020 and it ends on March 31st, 2021. So income of the previous year of an assessee is taxed during the next following assessment year. So as I told you, the assessment year is 2021. So the previous financial year is 2019-2020. So the income of 2019-2020 will be assessed to tax in the year 2020-2021. So it has got 12 months. So it starts on April and it ends on March. So it has got 12 months. So current assessment year is 2021 and it started on 1 4 2020 and it will end on 31 3 2021. Next term is previous year. So the period starting from April 1 and ends on March 31st of next year. So the the previous year is 1st April 2019 and it has completed on 31st March 2020. So that is called as previous year, and the income of that previous year will be assessed to tax in the current assessment year, that is 2021. So as I said, the income of the previous year of an assessee is taxed during the following assessment year. It has got 12 months. So starting from April to March, it has got 12 months. So previous year is 2019 2020, starting on 1 4 2019 to 31 3 2020. So current previous year which has already completed, the income of that year will be assessed to tax in this current assessment year 2020 2021. So there are certain exceptions to the previous year rule. So in certain cases, you need not see previous year and assessment year. So in some cases, you can calculate the tax in the year or on which it is earned. So for those things, there is no assessment year and previous year. So first one is NRI shipping company which comes to India and carries a passenger or goods from India, and it has earned some income out of it, and it is expected that the ship will not return back to India anymore. So at that time they have to pay tax in the year of income itself. Otherwise they will not be allowed to leave the Indian port. So income of any person who is going to leave India permanently, and it is expected that that particular person will never return back to India. At that time that person has to pay tax in the year of income which he has generated. So there is no assessment year previous year for him. Income of bodies formed for a short duration, so for a small period of time. If a business is there for a small period of time, 4 months 5 months like that, and they're going to close it after that, at that time they have to pay tax in the year of income itself. There is no assessment year previous year. Next, income of person trying to avoid tax. At that time they have to pay tax in the year of income itself. There is no assessment year previous year for them. And income of a discontinued business. If a business is going to be discontinued in this year, then we need not calculate tax in the next year. In current year itself you can calculate the tax.